Well, speaking of that, when we did our last interview, the clip that we put out about you being an Eight Tray Gangster, that became one of the biggest clips on VladTV ever. It's like a top 30 clip. It got over 4 million views.
He walks up to me. He like, where you from? I said, Eight Tray motherfucking Gangster Crip. My dad say, you could hear a mouse piss on cotton. I thought he was gonna fight right there, and he was like, all right. And he went and sat down. Wow.
Do you hear people ever talking about that clip, and do you see it floating around?
Man, you know what, dude? I ain't gonna lie, like, I know I started seeing some of you, I didn't know you was that big, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking, yeah, okay, just another day. You know, like another magazine, okay, another dude is, you know, another little podcast, you know, I'm just talking. Man, everybody was walking up to me, hey, man, hey, that's Vlad. I'm like, God damn, who the hell is Vlad? Yeah, man. But yeah. Everybody come up to me talking about that interview.
Well, you being Eight Tray, and, you know, I've interviewed Eight Trays before on my show. So, for example, I interviewed Melvin Farmer.
Right.
You know Melvin?
Not personally, but
you know
I've met him before and I know him, yes.
So we talked about the whole war between the Eight Trays and the Rollin 60s, and that's coming up on like 40 or 50 years at this point. Do you know how that started?
You know what I'm saying? I heard what I heard from the OGs, you know what I'm saying? They said, I don't know, something went down and some dude was from 9-0 but had started claiming Eight Tray and was hanging out with the Eight Trays and said that they had some little petty little beef that they was just gonna, you know, squab it out and squash it and go on about their business. But, you know, this guy didn't know that it wasn't turned up like that, and he overreacted and blasted on the dude from 60, and then the 60s wanted to know who that guy was, and nobody knew him because he had just started claiming the set, and he was from, you know, 9-0 or something. You know, that's what I heard. You know, I came back to LA in like the last part of 85. So like around like, you know, 86. So all that, I was like a little kid, so all that stuff happened like in 79. So yeah, I heard what I heard.
Well, yeah, we talked about it. Originally, the fight happened, like it always does, over a girl. There was a fight over a girl that ended up escalating. Someone got killed. So I understand the whole thing was over a girl.
Yes, sir.
Can you explain the story?
Well, we had a relationship with them. Then they got into a fight. A guy from 9-0 Gangster or whatever, he ended up shooting Big Rick brother, which is Tyrone. And I had been knowing Tyrone since he was 7 or 8 years old at that time. So Tyrone get killed.
And Tyrone's from the Rollin 60s.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And here we are, 40-something years later, and you're talking about probably, what, hundreds of people probably died from both sides?
Man, you know, I couldn't even begin to tell you. That's all. There's ones that know about, ones that don't know about.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at it now as a man in your 40s, and you're like, okay, you're older, you're wiser, you have kids. When you look at like, yo, I was banging over a situation I don't even know about.
Right.
I'm sitting there beefing with a bunch of black men who I don't know because of something that happened before I even became associated with this group. But I'm being told by my OGs that these are your enemies, and their side is saying the same thing. And now you have all this death and, you know, moms crying and, you know, brothers and sisters losing siblings and so forth. How do you think of it now as an adult?
Lack of communication, unnecessary. I know in my life, like I done met a lot of cats, they'd be from, you know, whatever set. And he's another man like me. He got sense too. He got dreams. He got, you know, and then there's a no matter how hard of a G or a gangbanger or whatever, there's a side in him that wants to get along, with his enemy. There's a side of him that wants peace too.
Yeah.
Everybody got that front up, like, yeah, this, that, and that. But then there's another side that's like, man, we need to cut this out. We need to do this. We need to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, as a 50-year-old man, everything needs to make sense now. You know what I'm saying? I came in, when I came in, I thought it was like football or something, this team against that team, or it's like basketball, like, oh man, it was this game we played called BB Britches. If you said a word with a B, everybody would just start punching you. But it was kind of fun. You'd be like, yo, I'm kicking taxi, but it was a game. And so I thought it was a game. I think I was a grown man, and this dude asked me where I was from, and I told him, and he started crying, and I never seen I thought this joke was kind of lightweight fun and kind of crazy. It was kind of fucked up. It seemed like a fucked up good game. Like football is a fucked up game. You better run or dude's gonna hit you and fuck you up,
Yeah, but they're not going to shoot you afterwards.
Man, it seemed like, I don't know, for some reason, it seemed like some kind of fucked up game that you got props for if you played. Like Daredevils, you walk a tightrope, you jump on a bike off of this one to land on that one. When I got here, it's like, okay, man, we the Crips, and or if you see them dudes, what's name, you better run because they're gonna do this, and it sound like a game or something, Oh, the police, some people took it a little bit more serious than others, and yeah, but yeah, then you realize, there's some serious stuff, there's some pain and vendettas behind this stuff, and it ain't, a game.